State police say 5 fires in central Kentucky could all be related and could all be arson.
The lawsuit filed by Attorney General Andy Beshear against Governor Matt Bevin was back in front of a judge today. We'll have the latest on what happened coming up.
Are you concerned about the Zika virus? We'll tell you what health department officials are doing about it here in Lexington coming up.
This is WKYT News at 4:30.
Good afternoon, Sam, Dick, and Amber Philpott reporting. Since Friday, 5 homes have burned here in central Kentucky. 2 in Jessamine County, a 3rd in Garrett County, and the 4th in Fayette County, all being investigated after someone burglarized those homes, then set them on fire.
Now state police are investigating a fire in Scott County we told you about yesterday to see if it's also related to the string of arsons. Victor Puente has the latest on the investigation. It's our top story at 4:30.
Kentucky State Police are trying to determine if this fire is connected to 4 other fires they're investigating. They say if it is, they'll need the public's help to catch the person responsible. Flames were shooting from the roof of this home when firefighters arrived yesterday morning. They had to shuttle water from a hydrant that was a mile away. The people who live here weren't home when the fire started, but it's possible someone else was. Since Friday, 5 homes that were in rural areas and unoccupied have burned in central Kentucky. 2 of those were in Jessamine County, the 3rd was in Garrett County, the 4th in Fayette. State police are investigating those cases because they say someone burglarized those homes and set them on fire. State police came here today to see if this fire is connected to those other 4. They believe it's a possibility. Scott County firefighters tell me they don't know yet what started this fire and may have to come back tomorrow because it's still so hot.
We have a lot of trapped void spaces that are still burning that we couldn't get to, so we're trying to put more water on it, try to get it cool enough so we can get in there and start our investigation.
State police say they believe the person responsible for those other fires is knocking on doors to see if anyone is home and then breaking in. So it's possible people living around those fires have seen them. They say if anyone's been home and had someone strange come to your home, knock on your door, and then give an excuse as to why they were there, give police a call and see if that could help them. In Scott County, Victor Puente, WKYT.
The Kentucky Arson Task Force is offering a reward for information in these fires. Today, a judge heard more arguments from attorneys for Governor Bevin about why a lawsuit against him should be dropped.
And the governor was sued by Democratic Attorney General Andy Beshear after the governor cut funding to higher education through an executive order. The Attorney General says the governor overstepped his authority, but the governor says there are statutes allowing his actions. Hillary Thornton has more.
The hearing here inside of Franklin County Circuit Court lasting nearly 2 hours, giving both sides the opportunity to verbally argue briefs filed in the case. That's starting with the governor's counsel making their case for why they feel this lawsuit should be thrown out. Governor Bevin's attorneys focusing on the difference between the terms appropriation and allocation, saying the governor fully agrees the General Assembly is the only entity that can appropriate money, setting a spending ceiling. However, they argue it then becomes the job of the governor to decide how to spend that money, citing KRS 48620, saying that statute gives the governor ability to spend less than the ceiling where he feels it's necessary by making downward revisions. He went on to say Governor Bevin wants to get rid of the spend it or lose it mindset.
Let's don't just spend all this money because it's been appropriated to you. Let's try to save some of it so we can try to solve this pension crisis.
Andy Beshear starting his argument by saying the Constitution of Kentucky first reads, "We the people, not me the governor," leading to his point that allowing the cuts would give the governor power outside of his authority, saying it would essentially make the governor a king and is simply unconstitutional.
That does mean he could defund the state police, for instance. Today, they claim, well, that's not likely that a governor could do it. No, it's unconstitutional. Our entire system is set up to prevent that type of power.
Now, no decision was made today inside of court. However, at the last hearing, the judge did say he plans to make a quick ruling in the case. And Attorney General Beshear says he hopes that means there is a decision within the next week. In Frankfort, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
After the hearing, the Attorney General says he expects this case to move on to the Supreme Court. State Auditor Mike Harmon says his office will review operations and financial activities at the Kentucky Horse Park. The park's executive director, Jamie Link, says he welcomes the audit. Link told lawmakers earlier this year that he inherited a mess when he took the job in late 2014. Link was deputy chief of staff to then Governor Steve Beshear when he was selected for the Horse Park job. Governor Bevin recently removed Horse Park Commission Chairwoman Alston Kerr from her unexpired term and replaced her with Louisville attorney Tandy Patrick. Well, it's another day of showers and storms and below normal temperatures, although I did see some sun this morning before all this happened.
Just a little bit, right? But things are looking up for Oaks and Derby weekend. Let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Indeed, rolling our way through some ugly stuff out there right now, talking about showers, thunderstorms that continue to light up the area, even with those chilly temperatures. We can't shake the threat for some thunderstorms. Even a severe thunderstorm warning for a little hail-producing storm southwest of Louisville. Storms are a little stronger, actually, from parts of Campbellsville toward the Boyle County area. Look at that little lightning complex to the southeast of Lebanon. Folks, into sections of Casey County that is heading into your neck of the woods. This storm on top of Danville producing some pea-sized hail. That'll continue to work over toward sections of Garrett County. Richmond, we've had some on and off rains. Downtown Lexington, a light rain shower, though a little heavier burst is just to the east of the downtown area. That is toward the southern split. And folks around Bryan Station High School getting out of class with some showers and maybe a little pea-sized hail with this storm. That's the live view from our sky cam behind the station here looking toward the north. Hey, let's go to the east, show you the leading edge of all this mess that is now into the Mountain Parkway corridor toward the Daniel Boone / Hal Rogers Parkway corridor. Just to the east of London and Corbin and everything going around a big area of low pressure that is on top of the Ohio Valley. When I come back in a few minutes, we will track the rest of the showers and storms that are out there, guys, and we'll look toward the big weekend forecast and show you why we do have some worries settling on into that Saturday and Sunday time frame.
All right, Chris, we'll see you in just a bit. Thank you. As we get closer to summer, concerns about the Zika virus are growing. The mosquito-borne virus has been linked to birth defects. The Lexington and Fayette County Health Department is ready to keep the city's mosquito population under control this summer. The health department is targeting mosquitoes in 20 areas in Fayette County where they've received mosquito complaints from the last 2 years. They'll go into those areas door to door and will treat larva-infected areas and show homeowners ways to mosquito-proof their homes.
The mosquito program in Lexington, this isn't unusual. We do this every summer. Because of all these horse farms, they're very aware of mosquito and mosquito illnesses. So this isn't new, whether it's West Nile, Chick V from a few years ago. It's a different disease, but it's something that we're aware of and that we're out combating on a regular basis every year.
The health department will begin going door to door in these areas sometime next week. They're planning to spray for mosquitoes in Lexington on June 1st. We'll have tips on how you can protect yourself on WKYT News at 5:30. The FBI says a man in Michigan admitted to spraying a mice poison formula on food in grocery stores.
Tips from the public led to his arrest. Jerika Duncan is in Flint at another grocery store that may have been targeted.
The FBI says this man admitted to intentionally spraying a liquid mixture of mice poison, hand cleaner, and water on produce sections of at least 3 stores in the Ann Arbor area. He told investigators he sprayed food with the substance at a Whole Foods, Meijer, and Plum Market within the last 2 weeks. But according to the FBI investigation, at least 14 total Michigan stores could have been affected.
What if he's been doing it for weeks or months or years and we're just suddenly someone saw him? And I mean, it makes you think about everything you buy all the time.
A Whole Foods employee in Ann Arbor noticed this individual spraying liquid on produce and reported it to police, sparking the investigation. In a statement to the Ann Arbor News, a Whole Foods spokesperson said, out of an abundance of caution, all salad and hot food bars were immediately closed down at the store. All food was thrown out, and the store team thoroughly cleaned and sanitized all food stations, equipment, and serving utensils before restocking with fresh items. State health officials say they do not anticipate adverse health effects for people who may have ingested potentially contaminated food. But the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is warning customers to take action, encouraging consumers to dispose of any foods purchased from salad bars, olive bars, and ready-to-eat hot and cold food areas from these stores between mid-March and the end of April. So far, there have been no reports of people getting sick, but state health officials say more stores may have been impacted. The FBI is expected to give an update later today. In Flint, Michigan, Jerika Duncan, CBS News.
The suspect may have mental health issues, and so far there is no indication of terrorism. Well, the Run for the Roses is Saturday, but there will be a different kind of race on the river tonight. The Belle of Louisville and the Belle of Cincinnati battling it out on the Ohio in the annual Great Steamboat Race. The Belle of Louisville has won the last 2 years in a row. The prize, silver-plated antlers. Always a fun thing to watch and take part in if you can.
It is tradition. A new report details what happened in the hours leading up to Prince's death. The details ahead for you here on WKYT News at 4:30.
We're cleaning out and clearing out. P-Rat Spring Clearance Event is back with up to half off. 0 interest till 2018 with no money down. Savings as good as up to 3 times the state sales tax break. Don't miss it. Nobody beats P-Rats.
Do you want to lose weight quickly and safely? Do you want to be healthy for a lifetime? Kim did and lost 238 pounds at Ageless Medical Weight Loss. Betty did and lost 135 pounds. The Ageless program is a medically supervised, affordable weight loss solution. Call today for a free consultation.
Hi, I'm Travis Morgan with North Broadway Auto Sales. We've been in business for over 20 years. We've got over 200 cars in inventory and thousands of happy customers.
At North Broadway Auto Sales, we never put GPS tracking devices on our cars.
Why pay $500 a month on another car lot when you come here and pay as low as $250 a month?
At North Broadway Auto Sales, everybody rides.
En North Broadway Auto Sales, todos manejan.
Get ready for spring with Perspectives. Turn your deck into a showpiece with one of our premium finishes. From cleaning to staining and painting, we have the tools and products to get your house looking brand new. Our specialists will show you the entire procedure, including prep, cleaning, product selection, application, and maintenance tips. Visit Perspectives, located off Southland Drive behind Winchell's.
Stanley Steamer is the first carpet cleaning service certified asthma and allergy friendly. It's our new standard of clean. Now get 3 rooms of carpet cleaned, just $99.
Call 1-800-STEAMER. Stanley Steamer, your certified cleaner.
Have you met your perfect match?
I found mine with a free foundation check at Merle Norman. They've got over 200 shades to choose from. Plus, they make sure your skin looks perfectly matched and totally flawless for the cost of
free.
No wonder they're called the foundation experts. The free foundation check at Merle Norman.
It's a match made in heaven.
Merle Norman, made in the USA. Your gift with the purchase of 2 or more Merle Norman cosmetic products.
P-Rat Spring Clearance Event is back. Don't pay $6.99 for this Whirlpool Cabrio top-load washer. Now $4.99. A Manna French door refrigerator, $12.99. Plus savings as good as up to 3 times the state sales tax break.
Nobody beats P-Rats.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Even on a colder than normal day, a much colder than normal day, the pattern right now is skewed stormy. And this is what we're seeing out there. Rounds of showers and, yes, some small hail-producing thunderstorms. Check out this photogenic little storm that is just to the north of the station here. That is cruising through northeastern parts of Fayette County, heading into southern Bourbon County and into parts of Clark County as well. You can see once that leading edge or the shelf cloud gets over top of you, all of a sudden the winds pick up and you're getting in on some heavy rains here. And look just ahead of that. Skies are a little brighter there, and that's the little shelf cloud that is working across northern parts of Fayette County. Other side of the county, 57 degrees out at the airport, mix of sun and some clouds. Most areas this afternoon, as expected, dropping into the low and mid-50s. Told you Mother Nature would give you a little head fake this morning with some sunshine. That would not be indicative of the rest of the day. Now we're starting to see a little break in the overcast here or there. That's not a good sign because that's allowing some milder air to bubble up into even colder air, and we're touching off some small hail-producing thunderstorms into parts of especially southern and southwestern sections of the region. A little bit of hail with this storm. That's what your Defender Radar Network is indicating on top of Liberty into Casey County. Thunder and lightning, had some small hail reports coming out of the Campbellsville area there into Taylor County. That extends to the northeast. For folks around the Houstonville area, Stanford, Lincoln County, up toward Lancaster, Danville, Worst is off just to our east. Richmond, you've got some steadier rains getting ready to blow on into town. Here's the view across the Lexington Metro. One more little thunder shower heading toward Lawrenceburg into parts of Anderson County. This is the cell that we were just looking at on that live sky cam on the northeastern side of Lexington. Here is the Winchester area, Interstate 64, southern parts of Bourbon County. That is working its way toward the east, right on top of the Bourbon and Clark County line. Maybe some pea-sized hail with that. General rains from Moorhead through West Liberty, Jackson, and down into parts of the Middlesboro and Pineville area with that big spin in the atmosphere that has parked itself across the Ohio Valley. What does that mean for the day tomorrow? It gets better, right? Tomorrow morning temperatures, if you have some clear skies, can hit the upper 30s. If not, you get the low 40s. Anyone still fair game for a shower? We're going to have some on and off showers developing again tomorrow afternoon, and we're likely to stay in the 50s for highs. Kentucky Oaks Day, mainly dry, milder. Watch for some showers, though, far east. Derby Day, upper 70s with a shower or thunderstorm early, and then the potential again late in the afternoon and evening. And for Mom's Big Day, scattered thunderstorms will be likely. You'll get a little sunshine thrown in there for good measure as well. Here's how that forecast plays out. Once we get back into this stormy pattern over the weekend, we're going to kind of hang tough in that as we go into next week with a little more humidity into the mix, upper 70s to around 80 for most of next week.
Well, this afternoon became ugly quick, didn't it?
Yeah. Tell of 2 days. Beautiful, then all of a sudden, boom, the second half, the other shoe drops.
All right, let's get it on out of here quick then. Chris, thank you.
20,000 people plus expected to pack Keeneland for Derby Day weekend. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about with a special invitation for you to join in on the fun. That's when we return here at WKYT.
CBS Tonight.
Now's the time to start scheming.
It would be smart to go to the end with Jason.
Only 3 episodes remain in this exciting and unpredictable season of Survivor.
Michelle is the next one to go. She's something good to it.
Absolutely not. Ty is not going to dictate who I vote for.
Sydney is not going to be told what to do.
Ty has his own agenda.
I'd like you to really hand.
If it came down to it, would you vote with me or would you vote with them?
This is a rough one.
A must-see new Survivor, CBS Tonight, or stream it live or on demand.
At Frontier Nursing University, our mission is to educate nurse midwives and nurse practitioners through distance education. With 75 years in Kentucky, our students and graduates have a passion for personalized care for women and families. Do you share this passion? Visit frontier.edu.
Used cars are in short supply, so I need your trade. Right now, at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get up to $5,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value for any trade. During the spring clearance event, new 2015 Jeep Renegade Sports are just $189 a month. New 2016 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab 4-wheel drives are only $199 a month. And if you have a job and a valid driver's license, we want to approve you. Only at the all-new Big M Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram.
Hey, man. Who do you think Captain D was?
Captain D was actually regional semi-pro hockey captain Doug LaCour. Fueled by his voracious love of seafood, Doug would punch holes in the ice with his bare hands for a mid-practice snack.
Hey! Woo! You're full of it.
He sure is, Paul. Full of Captain D's Southern-style whitefish, topped with a special blend of Nashville hot seasonings for our Nashville hot fish. For full meals at just $4.99, it's gotta be D's.
Nothing brings a family together like fun around the backyard pool. Here is your last chance to make that happen, and the price has never been better. For a limited time, Blue World Pools has the big 15 by 24 Econoline pool for not $3.99, not even $3.49. If you call now, that pool can be yours for only $2.99. That price still includes pump, filter, liner, ladder, and a free automatic pool cleaner. All that including free installation on your ready site for just $2.99. That's a $1,995 value for only $2.99. That's awesome! Call Blue World Pools now and take advantage of this incredible offer. Want more pizzazz? Of course you do! So jump up to our midline pool or grab for it all with Blue World Pools' top-of-the-line classic pool. The ultimate in high-style living. The choice is yours. But remember, this is your last chance to take advantage of our limited-time offer. The price will never get any better than this. How could it? Call Blue World Pools right now and beat that heat.
Are you tired of juggling your finances and can't afford those remodeling projects?
Surplus Sales has beautiful kitchen cabinets at unbeatable prices.
In stock and ready to take home. Come on down to Surplus Sales for some great deals.
Stay connected to the news that matters to you. WKYT.
If you can't make it to Churchill Downs for the Kentucky Derby, you'll still find plenty of fun things to do here in Lexington at Keeneland's.
Now, the track is throwing a huge Oaks and Derby Day celebration. Deanne Stevens has the details on how you can watch and bet on all the races at Churchill Downs. Hi, Deanne.
Good afternoon from Keeneland, where in just a few days, this paddock will be packed for Derby Day. The countdown is definitely on here. And listen, the good news is you don't have to go to Louisville to be at the best Derby party ever. Come right here to Keeneland. The Keeneland fantastic team of folks putting together, like what, you guys and your closest 20,000 friends? Is that what you said, Amy?
Absolutely, our 20,000 closest friends, but it's a Derby Day experience unlike any other.
You tell folks what all happens here, because I love Matt was telling me people like come in with their blankets and their tables and their cornhole. It sounds like a big tailgate party.
It is, and it's a big family day here too, because you see huge families like they're having a reunion, but they'll bring in their 6-foot tables, they'll bring in their cornhole games, and it's really just a very casual, laid-back atmosphere where you can enjoy the races and just have fun.
I understand this is also an opportunity for folks to pack the paddock too, where places they normally don't get to go during the race meet of Keeneland.
That's right, the paddock and the walking ring are all open for guests, and you can bring your blanket and just stake out your territory early in the day and stay there all day long, and it's just a very special feeling.
Keyword is early in the day. Now there's some opportunities, Matt, from what I understand as far as betting goes. You guys have drive-through betting, you have other off-site places to do some betting for Derby Day?
Yeah, absolutely. They can obviously come in if they want and spend the day and wager as you normally would during a race day. If that's not your thing, or if you don't have time to do that, you can do drive-through wagering here at Keeneland. The Red Mile is also going to be available, and if you just want to do drive-through, don't want to get out of the car, drive up, give them your money, put your horses, and do that, you can go to the Kentucky Horse Park as well. So there's varying options. The Hill here is actually going to be open as well, so there'll be events up there with music and food trucks and wagering opportunities, TVs. So you've got, if there's any kind of place you want to go and wager, or any kind of thing is your thing, you can find it here at Keeneland and around town on Saturday.
Be a part of the big Derby Day party happening here at Keeneland. Also on Friday, if you don't have plans for Oaks Day, supposedly this weekend's going to be beautiful. Come on out here to Keeneland. They're having a party right here in the paddock from 4 until 7 o'clock as well. Happy Derby weekend is finally here. I'm Deanne Stevens, out and about at Keeneland. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Deanne. A bombshell report this morning revealing new details about the circumstances surrounding Prince's death. And this, as federal authorities, including the Drug Enforcement Administration, the DEA, has joined the investigation.
3 people were reportedly inside Prince's Paisley Park compound in Minnesota when he was found dead last month. Jamie Yukas has the latest.
The Minneapolis Star-Tribune reports Dr. Howard Kornfeld, a national authority on opiate addiction treatment, was called by Prince representatives the night of April 20th. However, Dr. Kornfeld could not clear his schedule for an April 21st meeting, so he sent his son to Minnesota in hopes he could quickly evaluate his health and devise a treatment plan. But when Andrew Kornfeld arrived at Paisley Park on the morning of April 21st, Prince's representatives could not find him. The musician's body was found in an elevator a few minutes later, and it was Andrew Kornfeld who called 911. CBS News confirmed that painkillers were found at the scene. Sources tell CBS News the Carver County Sheriff's Office contacted the Drug Enforcement Administration about joining the investigation if the pills are related to his death. On Tuesday, the Carver County Sheriff's Office released a log of dozens of emergency calls from Prince's Paisley Park home. In June of 2011, the report says RP, or reporting person, is concerned about Prince's cocaine habits. He advised her last year in Germany that he cannot control his habit, and she was advised to report it. But officers were unable to investigate since information is a year old, and she did not specify Prince is in immediate danger.
Jamie Yukas, CBS News, New York.
Investigators are trying to figure out where Prince got the pills found at his home and who might have provided them.
May the 4th be with you. Coming up, we'll show you who's celebrating Star Wars Day.
Do you play the TV too loudly?
Are you having difficulty listening? Well, I used to, but not anymore.
We're seeking 100 people with problems hearing to take part in the 10-day challenge, evaluating a new revolutionary high-tech hearing device the size of a pencil eraser.
Appointments will go fast. Call the number below to try the Miniscopic Hearing Solutions, helping you listen to what you're missing.
Put a local pro on the case with Case Foundation Repair and Waterproofing. We've been solving all your foundation and water problems with trusted service since 1944. Case Foundation System stabilizes your home's foundation and settlement needs. Our waterproofing systems offer an affordable solution for your basement and crawl space. Case also repairs cracks, bowed walls, and solves drainage problems. With Case's concrete lifting and leveling system, we'll stabilize your porch, patio, and sidewalk. Call for a free estimate and put a local pro on the case.
What we do is not about sickness. It's about living. All of life's moments, big and small. Each triumph and challenge. Because you were made to live and live well. And we're here to make sure you do. Let us show you how care is supposed to be. Lexington Clinic. Your doctors for life.
Can you help me figure out what to plant in my front yard to help our curb appeal?
Sorry, I just started working here last week, so I'm not sure. Hey, can you help her find some plants?
Sorry, kid. I work in the plumbing department.
Can you help me figure out what to plant to help our curb appeal?
Piece of cake. First, you need a few dwarf boxwoods over there. Supplement those with a crate. Take your curb appeal to the next level. At King's Gardens, we share your passion for plants.
My dad always said God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason, to listen twice as much as you talk if you want to get things done. I moved my office from the top floor to the first floor when I was elected mayor to hear people's ideas. I took their ideas and cut waste, turned a deficit into a surplus, and helped create thousands of jobs. I'm Jim Gray, and I approve this message because both parties have good ideas. It just takes someone to listen.
I knew the rain was coming because I listened to Chris Bailey, and so I got that lawn mowed just as the drop started coming down.
You used up all that sunshine this morning,
I did,
right?
every bit of it.
And then Chris Bailey, all the rain came this afternoon.
I didn't see you in my yard, my man, before the rain started to come down, huh?
You didn't ask.
That's true. Next time I'll hit you up for that. But we're getting in on those scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. Nice little photogenic storm that is showing up here on the east side of Lexington. They may have a little pea-sized hail with it. Seen some lightning strikes coming from this. We are looking toward the east, toward the Bourbon and Clark County line, and it's additional rounds of scattered showers and thunderstorms that over the next 1 to 2 hours should begin to calm down. But you see everything spiraling around a big area of low pressure off to our north and northeast, and that's ushering in some chillier air and, yes, some pea-sized hail over the next few hours in some of the stronger storms. Wet roads in Lexington right now, getting a little busy on the traffic side of things. Let's check in with Officer Don.
Police are working a total of about 4 collisions right now, including the one at Colombo and Man o' War that we've been talking about with 1 lane blocked there on Man o' War. Now a crash at Nicholasville and Lowry has the left lane blocked. And then downtown at Oliver Lewis Way near Manchester Street, they're calling that an accident investigation in the area around Rupp. So police remain on the scene there as well. Drive times this afternoon, the Interstate 64 not affected toward Winchester, 75 toward Richmond. Looks good across the Clays Ferry Bridge. Now back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Don. No matter if you use social media in this galaxy or in one far, far away, it's time to get down for May 4th, Star Wars Day.
Time to celebrate. According to StarWars.com, one of the first mentions of the date came back in 1979 from an unlikely source, newly elected British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. After her historic win to become the UK's first female Prime Minister, her supporters took out an ad in a newspaper saying, "May the 4th be with you, Maggie. Congratulations." Right here in the Bluegrass, Darth Vader told students, "May the 4th be with you," in the car line at Ann Mason Elementary in Georgetown this morning. And even Governor Bevin is getting in on the fun, posting this picture on Facebook with the caption, "Kentucky Yoda won for me."
A good sense of humor there.
Yeah, a lot of fun today with May the 4th be with you.
All right.
Now, here's what we're working on for you coming up at 5 o'clock.